When setting goals, what are the mistakes or pitfalls that you've commonly seen people fall into?
Nick, I would say the number one pitfall is setting a goal that's too big to accomplish
Yeah, right.
and also expecting the desired results quickly.
Yeah.
That can be a challenging recipe. Um, Goal setting must be realistic. You touched upon this. To accomplish most goals requires consistency, perseverance, and time. No matter what that goal is, it's going to take some time. And there's often no quick fix, unless you set your goal out 20 minutes from now. So I would say just being too big, going too fast, too
Yeah.
furious.
Do
And
you have
also,
some examples of ones that you think commonly come up, like in the counseling office? I mean, obviously, we're not looking for any specific story, protect all confidentiality. But I guess what I'm asking is, like, thematically, do you hear some tendencies we have? What are those examples where people are really thinking too big and they maybe need to go more to a bite-sized goal?
I will never watch pornography again, nor will I ever masturbate again. And that's the goal from the get-go for a
Yeah.
lot of guys. And that is the goal. It is the desire for the family system, him and his wife,
Yeah.
if he is in fact married. Mm, I'm not sure that's realistic. That feels like a big goal. And in time, you can grow to accomplish that goal. But right out of the chute, that's a tough one. Again, this is not giving a green light to act out.
No, no, but you're looking at the history. Like if you're coming into a counseling setting or your first group and you've been watching pornography for 20 years, multiple times a week, masturbating multiple times a week, cheating on your spouse, however many times, like you're not just going to turn on a dime. Like, okay, I'm done. I'm never going to do it again. And look, if the Lord has done that for you, praise the Lord, you are the one person on the planet who's experienced that. But for so many of us, it has to take those consistent decisions over time to change something like that. And so that's what you're talking about, is that assumption that I can just make a statement and all of a sudden it will be so. And it's like, well, no, the patterns in your brain, bro, you don't even think about it. And that's the thing about habit building anyway, and setting goals and accomplishing them, is you're creating new neural pathways in your brain. You're creating new like patterns of thinking and patterns of action, which take doing it over and over and over again, which is probably what got you here in the counseling setting in the first place,
Yeah, if I could counter that a little bit, I think I would put it this way to explain it, because I think it is possible to turn on a dime and not act out again. But how I would say it is, it's not usually because we set the goal, I never am going to
Yes.
act
Yeah,
out
that's
again.
good. Good clarification.
It's because they set smaller goals, like I'm going to go to group every week, or I'm going to make my recovery my number one priority. I'm going to focus on my commitment to change this week. I'm going to make all my phone calls this week, or I'm going to call 3 people today. It's kind of that daily goal setting of what do I need to do right now that can move someone, because we do have a lot of stories of people who entered into a Pure Desire group or counseling and didn't experience relapse along the way. So they in a sense have accomplished that goal of I'm never going to look at pornography again. But I would bet most of those people, that wasn't their stated goal. That might have been the vision that they were pursuing,
Yeah.
but their goals became, I'm going to do whatever it takes right now, today, to get through today without pornography.
Right.
And then I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to set goals about what it takes tomorrow
Right.
to live without pornography. And over time,
Yeah.
they move towards that vision. Yeah, I was thinking some of the same things what you said there, Tyler. I think we set goals that are unrealistic in terms of our ability to accomplish them. We've talked on this podcast before about someone who currently doesn't exercise at all has this goal of I'm going to exercise 4 hours a day and I'm going to run 4 marathons and do the Ironman. And well, that's a lofty idea, but if you don't actually have the ability to do that, you're going to get discouraged quickly. I think another problem I see with goal setting is we're trying to do too much all at once. So we have goals for our health and our mental health and for sleep and for time with our kids and being more productive at work and on and on and on. And so maybe for a few days we're pretty focused, but over time we didn't think through, this isn't a sustainable strategy that I can live out month in and month out. And so then when one of those goals isn't being focused on, we can fall into the all or none thinking of like, well, I messed up on my goals. Now I'm just not pursuing any of them.
Yeah.
So, that's what I've seen is people trying to do too much all at the same time.